Hello, good afternoon to everyone. Today I am presenting on Richardson's Pamela and Clerissa. Here is an overview of my further slides. First of all, I am giving the introduction of epistolary novel, Time and Work, Pamela and Clarissa, reflection of author's life, virtue rewarded, rape and marriage, actions are less, and conclusion and then work cited. First of all, I reveal that in my slide there is an unforgivable mistake in the spelling of Clarissa. So I'm say sorry to everyone. Here is introduction. Samuel Richardson was a pioneer of epistolary novel. In 18th century is particularly known as the century of epistolary novel. In epistolary novel, there is always a character who speaks about it and who writes to us. The latter form itself that one speaks about its feeling and emotion, and it's supposed to be most private correspondences with oneself or concerned person. When writer writes in this form, they can very goodly justify the character. If he is writing on him or herself, then they can't think what is happening in character's mind. But in later form, they can also write what is happening in mind of character. The real question is whether this new form represents the variation on the structure or the condition of romance or the abrupt radical departure from the form and theme of centuries old genre. Time and work. Uh, Always the time is reflect on the work of any writer or author. Here we can see Pamela Crest that swept throughout 18th century Europe and inspired emulation in virtually every medium. During 18th century, the moral status of people is very down. At that time, Samuel Richardson writes Pamela, and Pamela is a very virtuous character. Then it's like you are trying to swim against the flow. And when he write Pamela at that time, his contemporary writer may not like his work, and that's why they write allegory on it. Henry Fielding, who is considered as the fourth wheel, and is one of them, an apology for the life of Mrs. Shamela Andrew. Here is the very opposite character of Pamela, and she is Shamela. And also there is a John Keeley, who is not well known as Henry Fielding, but he is also at that time right Pamela's conduct in high life. And when they write in 1741, but when they are writing and Richardson's feels not well, and their answer Richardson's read Pamela in her exalted condition as the answer of their another writer. We can see at that time when a writer has problem with each other, they are not fighting in ground, and but they write against each other and criticize each other's work. And we are see nowadays we are not writing this type of word, but we are trolling each other in social media. And the effect of the social media is that as Richardson writes the work like second version of Pamela, is that like someone gives answer and someone is harassed about it, and they might be leave the social media, but that is not the solution of this thing. When Mr. B played a big square, his physical touch always indicates sexual aggression, and the derives establish a clear identity as a master. There is a concept of master and slave. Pamela works as his home as a servant, and she works as a servant at that time. Mr. B thought she is property of his property, but Pamela always stand for her virtue. She opposed Mr. B at the beginning of the novel. but at the last maybe she's accept Mr. D. That is not at all good. She refuses to see her as a property. We can also see in hard times industrial person see their workers as their hand. Then this is the exploitation of the lower caste and poor people are in every era, and now it's also happening in contemporary time. At that time we can't tell it's slavery, but there is a the name is different, the condition is different, but it's also happened in our contemporary time. In Clarissa, the character of Clarissa is also virtuous, but she is also bold enough to manage everything. We can say Clarissa is more bold than Pamela. Uh, when when Samuel Richardson writes Pamela at that time their contemporary writers make parody on it, but on Clarissa their contemporary writers not make parody on it because the social condition is different at that time, and if you are writing and doing something exactly different from the condition of that time of society mentality of the society, then it's problematic. That is not happening with Clarissa. Reflection of author's life, everyone has their life, but when authors personal life reflect on their work, that at that time we should know about it. Samuel Richardson expanded the imaginative possibilities of the familiar letter more than any of his contemporaries. At that time, as earlier I said, the moral condition of the moral condition of the society is very down, and we can say Samuel Richardson is also this type of a person like a womanizer, and he's done the adultery things and other thing. Though it is a reflection, it's reflect on his work, and also we can say. It in during his childhood when he was just 13-year old, he writes love letters for the illiterate woman. Then we can say at that time he took mastery on writing letters, and that he can that's why he can write this type of work very well. And we can say that during from childhood he writes letter that is told by women. So that's why we can say he is very well understand the psyche of women. Virtue rewarded. Pamela prevent her chastity and she don't accept accept Mr. B's proposal as affair, but accept him as a husband by official marriage. She gets happy marriage life, that's called her virtue rewarded. This is virtue rewarded according to Samuel Richardson. Clarissa is also a virtuous woman, but her virtues aren't rewarded like Pamela. She died at the end of the novel, and before her death, yes, and she writes at the will is also considered as the epistolary form. Rape and marriage and the concept of actions are like as our previous session only says that is a concept of rape, and sir also told about that, but uh, in there is a one so many movies and our society that is happened who raped one woman, there society tells you both should are married to each other, and women are also accepted. That is also a patriarchy of our country, and very immoral or unexpected thing. When we are seeing rape is it's like a punishment, and why it's happened because woman's virginity and her chastity we are joined with our reputation of our caste, our society, and other things. So that's why this happened. Actions are less. Pamela writes more and does less. We can say Pamela in the novel. Pamela writes so many things in novel, but when she wants to leave the Mr. B's house, she tries so many times, but she can't able to do this. So this is also the concept of woman. During this time, Samuel Richardson wants Pamela. Woman should be a virtuous woman, but not in action. It's also it's happened in our contemporary time. Contemporary time. Here is the two quotation from the original text by Pamela and Clarissa. New sentimental conceptions of manhood between allegiance to a new ideal of domestic femininity and fear of the independent female authority that might issue from it. Conclusion: the 18th century developed a significant interest in defining woman as a special being. Women were not inferior, just different. Here is my work cited.
Rajeshwari, according to you, which novel is a realistic, Pamela or Clarissa?
According to me, maybe according to my personal opinion, Clarissa is a more realistic novel. In Pamela, there is a virtue, and there is virtue is the basic concept in Pamela. Then in Clarissa, when Loveless harass her and send her to brothel, and once she trusted on him, once he betrayed her. After that, when under pressure of the society, Loveless tried to propose her and want to marriage her, but at that time, Clarissa refuses him, and then Pamela is accepted Mr. B. Then, according to me, Clarissa is a realistic novel.
Uh, how Pamela is confusing one. The character of Pamela is confusing. And how you can clarify?
Pamela is confusing character. Then character at the beginning of the novel, she took her virtue very well, and at the end of the novel, she because of her virtue, she denied Mr. B. But at the end of the novel, she accepts Mr. B. Then we can say it's confusion in her own self. Thank you.